Okay, why? There we
Mm.
go.
What's
Now I
wrong?
gotta see. Well, we got this. Linux was like, well, that was fun. Best stream ever. Or Biohazard was because I immediately shut it down.
Well, at least we got
So,
it to
well, now we
work
gotta see
somehow.
if they're. Sounds off? What?
Nobody's saying anything, so I don't know why. That might be why it seems like it's not working.
Yeah. I'm seeing your levels in mine. Okay, it's fine now. He said, cool.
Yay.
Nice.
Well, have we started? Like, what's
Yeah, we're
happening?
live. We're live everywhere. Josh,
Everywhere but
Twitch,
Facebook.
everywhere but Facebook because I forgot the Facebook password. So I don't have it saved on this computer, and I'm not going through all that bullshit. I literally hate passwords. I would rather just someone steal my information than have to deal with passwords. Richard Powell is hanging out in YouTube saying, "Getting the band back together," and he
The
can.
band is back together.
Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
2024. And he says he can hear
We're
fine
here.
on YouTube. We'll see if anybody on Twitter. That's a new feature. I haven't tried streaming on Twitter before, so
Yeah, we'll
Don't
see
you
if
mean
anybody
X?
watches us. X.
whatever. X, Twitter.
We'll
X,
have
dude.
to I don't really I still don't fully understand why things weren't working on my end, but looks like I'll have
It.
some
I
homework to
explained
do.
it. What I discovered is it's in Zoom, like on your output settings. There's an option
Mm-hmm.
to select screen recording. And so I think if you select that, it sends it to Streamlabs.
Gotcha.
And then in
But
Streamlabs, you monitor through your interface.
uh I don't know. I'm assuming Jordan tried that and it didn't work still.
No,
I had a
he didn't have that setting because he wasn't hosting the Zoom chat. I was.
got gotcha.
Speedpunk in YouTube says we just got to get through 2024 so that we can play GTA 6 in 2025. Anybody here a GTA fan?
I've played it a few times.
You talking to us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I do.
obviously Speedpunk is because
Yeah. Yeah.
the thing is though,
I'm kind of excited about it.
they're bringing it back to Florida. Man, I grew up in Florida. I don't want to go back to Florida. The trailer looks funny though, with alligators walking in the supermarket, and if you watch the trailer, they reference a lot of social media, like classic like TikToks, and like the Florida Joker guy, that thug guy that was all tatted up. He's apparently trying to sue Rockstar right now for money for using his likeness in the game, or get them to pay him. I don't know. I've
That's pretty iconic, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, GTA is
They
like the
should pay
biggest
him.
game in the world. Every
Is it?
time it comes out. Oh yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe Minecraft and Fortnite are bigger now, but it's like GTA 5 has been the top selling game for like the past 20 years, or like in the top 10. But I don't know. I have a controversial take on Rockstar Games, them, because they're literally the biggest game developer in the world. Probably their games are massive. I just can't get into them, and everybody loves them. It's just the two games they make are Red Dead and GTA, and I don't care about being a cowboy. I don't want to spend hours being in a western. and then I also don't want to be a criminal. So GTA has never like appealed to me. Like I'm just like I don't care about robbing banks or doing heist or like, and it's always a pseudo modern setting. It's like when I play video games, I want to go to like a fantasy world or a sci-fi world, and I want to be like the hero. So I don't know. I mean, they're the most popular games out there, but I just can't get into them. They're not for me. But I'm super stoked for Speedpunk to be able to play it in 2025.
Steve just went on a rant about how much he hates GTA.
I didn't say
Damn.
hate. I said not for
Damn.
me. And I do appreciate
Wow.
I
It was
appreciate the
very
artistry.
eloquent. It was very eloquent, and then at the end of the day, you're basically just saying you don't like the game.
Yeah, I don't like them, but they're
Hey,
beautiful to look at.
Can you guys answer me a question? Because
Yeah.
you know, my favorite part of Hogwarts is the Room of Requirement, and my favorite part of like obviously Animal Crossing is like Happy Home. In GTA, do you get to like get a house and like decorate
Yeah.
it and stuff?
You can like
Yeah,
do almost
I think
anything
so.
in it. Yeah.
but it's like you're a drug dealer or something, right? Like, or you can be if
I
you
don't really
want
remember
or
like
something.
the
Yeah, is there a moral like thing you can choose? Can you choose a path? I never played five. The last one I played was San Andreas.
But do you
So, and
like
I
build
can't.
your own house and decorate it and stuff and
I
like
think you can
earn
decorate it. I
stuff?
played 5 for like a handful of hours. I know there's like 3 characters you swap between, and like one of them I thought figured was like your typical like, I don't know, like Italian gangster dude. The other's kind of this rednecky guy that lives in a trailer park, and I don't know. I just remember playing missions where you're like doing heisty things like robbing banks, and it's Grand Theft Auto, so you're supposed to steal people's cars
Steal
and like
cars, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
you run from the cops and do all that kind of stuff. I'm by no means an expert in GTA, but I've played it, and they always, it blows my mind the amount of stuff you can do in them, the freedom you have. The graphics always look incredible, but I just the
What do you
settings aren't really
play it
me.
on Xbox?
I think it's everywhere.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can play
Well,
it
what do
PlayStation
you
X.
play? So I never realized like the big difference between gaming systems until I played Hogwarts. I got it for Christmas for my Switch,
Nice.
and I am super excited because I like that I can play it in bed and I can take it on the road with me and take it on a plane or something, which so I'm like stoked. But playing it through the Switch on our OLED TV, I'm like, this does not look great. It is completely
Yeah.
night and day
Yeah.
compared to the PlayStation 5. It looks like mind-blowingly amazing. So I don't really fully understand why that is. I didn't know that was such a big part of the gaming system, like
Happy
the
New Year,
differences.
Rushman. Have a good night. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, sorry, we are an hour and 15 minutes late.
Yeah, I mean, well, Nintendo's never been known for power. They've always been more of like fun kind of.
But Animal Crossing looks amazing.
Yeah, well,
It's
that's
like a
because
completely
it's
different type
Yeah.
of game,
well, and it's
but
a
it still
Nintendo
looks
game
amazing.
built for the Nintendo system. You know,
Right.
Hogwarts is like a game made for PC and other consoles that they like compressed to like
Yeah.
be playable on Switch.
Yeah, compressed is like a good way of looking at it, and but it still plays great. It doesn't like glitch or
Yeah.
anything. It just doesn't. It looks a little pixely. It's not the same, mind-blowing
The hopes
graphics,
is next year the Switch 2 will come out and it will be more powerful.
like more graphics wise.
Yeah.
But when
Yeah.
I play the game on the handheld, it's like you can't really notice. It's only when you're like putting it on a TV. I mean, I guess the game is the same. I just think the graphics don't have to work as hard because it's so small versus like a giant,
Yeah, open
high,
world.
super high def television. So I just restarted the game and I'm excited about that. Jordan got an Xbox, but I have not tried Starfield yet, so no Starfield spoilers.
It's Skyrim is still my favorite Bethesda game, but Starfield's a lot of fun. We're putting Javi to sleep over here. He's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Javi,
shit?
what's the nerdy thing that you're into?
Rock music.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool answer from the rock guy.
Yeah. Sweet, dude.
No, I mean Javi was talking to me about Blue Eye Samurai. Yeah, that's pretty nerdy. He's watching that on Netflix.
Blue Eye Samurai is nice. I like that. It's pretty nerdy.
Nice.
So I got a question for you guys. Where are you excited to play live next year? Like where would you guys want to play? Like venue wise, city wise?
Wembley.
Wrigley Field.
Wembley Stadium and Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some places we've played a lot of places in Nashville, but we've never played like the Basement East. I feel like there's a couple other newer places we haven't played. There's a Brooklyn Bowl now.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be fun to like do a local show there or like open for somebody there.
By the way, Linux said that it's pixel density and why it looks better in handheld mode. Just so you know.
See, that makes sense. 100%. It does look good. It's very smooth in handheld mode, but I feel like now when you switch from it to being switch from it being on the TV to the handheld, because obviously I play until I'm tired and then I like take it to the bedroom, right?
Right.
And like go to bed playing, and it's just like my eyes are like, I can't read this. Like you're right, the game itself was not optimized for like that tiny little screen, right? It was designed to be played on something bigger, like a PC or whatever. So the font is really tiny. Like everything is like small. Like I did a quest where they give you like the maps that you have to look at and figure out like where you're supposed to go, like with just a picture.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I can't even see this. It was so small. I was like, oh, I can't make out what any of this is. So I don't know if that's my eyesight or another feature of like just it being designed for something larger and then being put on something smaller.
Biohazard says you're the ultimate gamer because you can play in your sleep. And then Twitch Josh says, come to Canada. Where do we need to play in Canada? Give us some, I don't know, give us some venues, some cities.
We played Canada like a bunch of years ago. Remember that? Canadian Music Fest, wasn't it in Toronto it was the wildest show. I don't think Josh and Javier were in the band yet. It was with
Kevin
older
and
Brandon and Corey, right?
Yeah.
We all went to Canada.
Yeah, weird.
Almost didn't get in.
It's like almost I don't know wrong of me to say I've been to Canada. I'm always like, I've been to Canada, but we were literally there for like a day.
I forget that we did that, and I don't tell people like, oh yeah, I've been to Toronto. Like, no, I don't ever mention that. We passed through.
Yeah, we got to see Niagara Falls from the Canadian side. We like booked it there, played the show, got back in the van, and drove back to New York that night because we had a show on like the East Coast.
Yeah, we didn't even
like
stay the
2
night.
days. Like, yeah, we had to drive overnight.
Yeah, we didn't even stop. We just like skated into town, played our set, didn't even pull up merch, meet anybody, or shake any hands, and then we were gone.
Yeah. I feel like Kevin threw up at some point, and
we went out to pizza with somebody.
Yeah.
We went out to eat with somebody who was like a manager or somebody. right?
Twitch Josh says Area 506 in St. John. That's where we need to play in Canada, or Halifax.
That sounds like it's on
Nice.
the other side of Canada.
Like the West Coast Canada.
New
That would be a good site
Brunswick.
because we could hit up Canada and then pop up to Alaska. Play a show in Alaska.
Oh, that's cool. Area 506
That'd be cool.
container. It's a bunch of containers, like shipping containers that they turn into like a area. That looks cool.
By the way,
St. John. Okay, yeah,
Javi's,
that's definitely what it is. Okay,
he
where are
says
you?
yes.
Oh no, Brunswick is near. It's near Maine. We're so off. He's probably laughing his ass off. Like these stupid Americans think that's near Alaska. It's not. It's like, oh gosh, it's pretty close to like
Quebec.
Maine. The very
Hmm.
tip of Maine, though. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrible at geography. It's like I know sort of what area of the globe that certain things are, but then when I like actually look up, like if I look for specific countries and look at it on the globe, I'm like, oh wait, I was like several thousand miles
Way
off. Like I
off.
thought it was like
Oh.
more in northern Europe, but it's like over here next to Africa or something. You know, like
I love those memes too, where people try to like, uh, they give him a map of the United States, foreigners, and they're like, put the names of the states where they go. I love those memes.
Mm.
well, I mean, even me, it's like when I picture Illinois, for some reason I picture it like next to Wisconsin and not like
Underneath
directly
it.
below for some reason.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like Ohio that's actually kind of next to it. I don't know. Lost in translation, I guess.
Yeah.
What is unseemly tangent talking about? I'm guessing you're counting single movies. Biohazard. I did see Stephen King's house when I went to Maine as a kid. We drove by his house. It's pretty cool. He had a gate that had little gargoyle things on the post around it.
Appropriate.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Please clarify unseemly tangent what you're talking about so we can answer your question. And Javi's dozing off over there. He, like TJ knows how to game when she's sleeping. Javi can stream while he's sleeping.
It's true.
You just
No, I'm the best.
But here's the thing, Javi.
Nice.
Like, you know, we bore you with the nerd talk, but the problem is we know our fans and we know what our fans want, because as soon as we start talking about music and like the band, and that's when the fans tune out and they fall asleep and they log off the stream. You know,
It's true. I'm like several years. I'm probably like 6 years behind you guys. My sister just gave me her PS4, so
Yeah.
it'd be funny if
think
she
I've
just
got,
gave you a
like-
PS3.
yeah. So I've
hey,
only got
I
a few.
I don't have a 5. I only have a PS4. There's a lot
Yeah.
of really good games on there. So you got stuff to work with. And
I started.
actually, go ahead.
I started Fallout. That one.
Oh, Jordan gave you Fallout. Do you like it?
It's pretty good. Yeah, I dig it. I haven't
At
gotten
least-
very far, but I like it.
I think they're still like releasing some stuff like on PS4 and stuff.
Yeah, I mean the new God
Yeah.
of War was still on PS4.
Hmm.
Was Spider-Man PS5 only, or was that also on PS4?
I think that was PS5 only.
Biohazard says Javi's childhood game was Pong.
Pong.
Javi is a Mortal
Nice.
Kombat guy.
Very true.
Yeah.
I remember that one tour you were playing the mobile Mortal Kombat game the whole tour. You
Yeah,
Oh
I
were
yeah.
was.
back there doing fatalities.
That was fun. I enjoyed watching you do that. I always think about that too. When I think of Mortal Kombat, I think of Javi playing the mobile version on tour.
There's a place out here called I forget what it's called, but it's like a massive arcade. The Terminal. Yeah.
Hmm.
Game Terminal. And they've got like 50 arcade games, probably more than
Cool.
that, and like OG like ping pong.
Hmm.
And they've got like all the Mortal Kombat arcade games.
Where is
And you
that?
That's cool.
Why haven't we all gone? That sounds fun.
it's it's like I'd say maybe like 5 minutes from where I work. It's over kind of like
So Bellevue area or
Fessler's Lane, like
Oh, like Nolansville, kind of.
yeah, Nolensville. But
gotcha.
that place is massive. They've got tons of arcade games, and the cool thing is you can go in and it all the games are free. They just, I mean, they sell drinks.
Oh,
So
that's awesome. Yeah, there's a place out
Yeah.
here in Murfreesboro that has a ton of pinball and arcades, and they don't serve alcohol, but you just pay a cover and then it's all free. So you pay like $10 at the door, and then every machine is free, which is cool. Yeah, we should check it out sometime.
That-
Biohazard wants to know if they have House of the Dead. That was a fun on rail shooter.
That's a good one.
You know, the
like the
arcade.
arcade
Yeah,
game.
the arcade where you
Oh,
got the gun and you go through the zombie house and there'd be the crazy
I'm not
monsters.
sure. I know they've got like several of those shooter games. Like they've got like the time, I'm pretty sure they got the Time Crisis. They've got like Rambo and Terminator and all these like
Mm.
they even have like a Michael Jackson arcade game, just trippy, like
What the
Thriller
hell
or
do you do in that?
Really?
Or do you kick
Yeah.
zombies or werewolves or something?
I don't know, but you're like Michael Jackson and just like killing stuff. I don't know.
Like molesting
Nice.
kids and
I mean, maybe
Well,
there's like a
Sheesh.
our
I
stream
was
just
like,
got
Little
taken
babies in
down.
there.
is somebody gonna make that joke?
Oh
But
my God, our
man,
All
stream just
right.
got
now-
taken down.
it's
Hey, you woke me up, Steve. Now it's a stream.
that was a stream.
Was the
Oh,
game called
Lord.
Alien vs Predator, or is Michael Jackson chasing E.T.?
Oh my
Pretty
God.
clever one though.
That
That yeah.
You did not make that up
No,
yourself.
I saw it on
Ah!
a t-shirt.
No.
Wow. All right, moving right along.
Well,
Eastside
why
Bowl
don't
has a good
we-
arcade. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah. No, I mean we can keep talking arcades.
Sorry. Eastside Bowl has a great arcade. You just do tokens, it's cheap and takes quarters, I think, or something. Tokens or quarters, but it was
Oh
fun.
yeah, I think
Tons of pinball and arcade games. They have Centipede,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
that.
like that. That's kind of coming back. You know,
They have the Foo Fighters pinball machine
nice.
and like Jurassic Park and I don't know, pinball.
They're all the same.
I-
I
They're
don't know.
all
Yeah.
kind of the same. They look cool and they do things, but certain ones I feel like you can kind of play it for a minute and then some you like lose right away and it's like, sorry. It's just I don't know,
mean,
like
pinball
as if I can
enthusiasts would hate
control.
me for saying that, because they'll be like, "Oh, this one's unique and it doesn't." I'm like, they all shoot the ball and they go ding 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 ding, and then that's-
Yeah.
Mm.
And if it so happens to land down the middle, there's nothing you can do.
yeah.
How do you get it to
Yeah.
not land down the middle of your flappers?
You
You just
hit
watch
the
it.
machine
You
real
tilt-
quick and like
tilt the
lurch it.
machine,
Oh,
get a
that's
buddy to
good.
lift it.
But I was gonna say, we could. This could turn nerdy, but since this is technically the post-Christmas, post-New Year's Eve stream, people in our chat, like how was your Christmases? Did you get any cool gifts? Did you get any nerdy things that you're excited about? Tell us about your awesome presents, or maybe a gift you gave to somebody that you're stoked about. And then we can also talk New Year's resolutions. I did a poll on Twitter about that, asking, do you make a resolution and stick to it? Do you make one and break it? Or do you just not even bother? and I think it was like 70% said they don't even bother, and and then we and then surprisingly, a higher number said that they stick to theirs. Of the people who actually make resolutions, more said they stuck to them. So how about y'all? This is for the chat and for the panel. So
The panel, the
The
band.
panel.
do you all make
Why?
resolutions or?
I definitely fall more into that 70% where I don't really like. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it stresses me out more than it motivates me if I make like a solid, like I'm always trying to work on myself or whatever, like, throughout the year. But yeah, I didn't really make one this year. So yeah.
Javi?
I I make one personally, just so that I can break it the next day.
TJ?
I don't know. I would say I don't really bother with resolution, but it is a good opportunity to like do a reset for the next year and to kind of like take stock. So I normally just kind of like reflect and kind of think of things I want to accomplish. So I don't know if that's really like a resolution. Like this year, I'm definitely gonna blah, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess so. I guess that
Yeah.
means yes.
I normally like just forget. I'm in the don't bother category because this year I didn't really do anything for New Year's Eve. But if I'm with a group of people celebrating New Year's Eve and everybody's like, "Oh, let's make a resolution," then usually I'll just try to pick something that's like super easily manageable because I'm like, otherwise I know I'm gonna break it. I'm not trying to make a life changing,
Yeah.
that's like an overtime thing. So my resolution will just be like, whatever. I'm not gonna eat candy on the weekdays or something. I don't know.
That's your
I don't
resolution?
know. that was off the top of my head right now.
That's actually really good. I think that's an easy resolution.
Yeah.
I
Something
think they
like
should
that.
Candy
be
only on the
easier.
weekends.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say, Josh?
I think it's probably beneficial if it was a little easier, just so you're not so overwhelmed.
And you're not like,
Like,
I'm just gonna give up candy,
yeah,
or I'm just gonna cut back on candy because that's like non-specific.
yeah,
But if you're like,
like,
all
well,
right, only on the weekends.
yeah,
Well, yeah, and
that's
it
cool.
kind of is like when I started drinking the Coke Zeros, it was like, oh, I'm gonna only have one a day, rather than being like, oh, I'm not gonna drink these anymore, or whatever. Yeah, you
Were
gotta
you
make it
addicted to
manageable.
Coke Zero? Wait, when did this era happen?
When Tommy moved in and he's addicted, so now they're in the house all the time.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, oh, but there's no sugar, and I was like, they actually taste pretty decent. They taste way better than diet. So I started drinking, and I was like, no, Tommy, you're starting a bad habit here. I was like, there's no sugar, but it's still going to kill me somehow. So I limit to one a day. But anyways, I realized I asked 2 questions and jumped on to the second one. So the chat is still answering their Christmas gifts, which was the first part of the question.
Gotcha.
And Speedpunk said they got a book reading light from Dirty Santa, but the ironic part is they don't have any books. Well, I think you should. I think you should just sit in the dark and then turn on the light and then listen to audiobooks. But you still
could-
have your light.
You could use the
Yeah.
book light for your old 1980s Game Boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
With no
Yeah.
The green screen.
Yeah, I used to have a light for mine. So
Mhm.
You could remove the light bulb from your fridge, and so that when you go in at night, you can like see shit with your reading light.
maybe your book reading
Yeah,
light.
so you have a use for it, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could clip it to a notebook and do drawings at night in the dark. So you don't disturb your partner. Like I feel like that's what those are for, or if you're on an airplane.
Right, right.
If
Yeah.
y'all are ever traveling and it's like a late night and somebody turns their effing bright ass overhead light on,
Yeah.
that's the worst. It's like be considerate. Everyone else on this flight is trying to sleep and you're the only one up. So I always bring like an eye mask. Now when I fly, it's kind of been a while, but eye mask, had noise canceling headphones and a regular mask. So my whole face is covered and no, I can't hear or see. Ah, it's lovely.
United,
But
if you're on a
That's
long
nice.
flight, they give you all that stuff, which is nice.
oh, that's nice.
Hmm.
Twitch Josh got a Nightmare Before Christmas shirt. He said it was pretty
Awesome.
cool.
Nice.
Biohazard says that his New Year's resolution is to cause more chaos than normal. I think that's
Nice.
a manageable resolution.
That's a great New Year's resolution.
Yeah, I think you can pull
Absolutely.
that off. We're rooting for you for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
So what did you all get for Christmas? Or do you even care or do gifts anymore?
We still did gifts. My Jordan got me tickets to see the Postal Service at Bridgestone Arena.
Oh, nice.
So I'm super excited
Awesome.
That's
because
awesome.
we were
Actually,
supposed
I was literally today listening to the band splain about Death Cab and Postal Service and listening to
Mhm.
their whole backstory. That's weird. But that's awesome you're going.
Yeah, especially because it's not really like Jordan's bag. But I'm like, you don't understand this band. It's like it's not really a band. Like they never like play. It was such a big deal. We were supposed to see them in Rhode Island back in September, but when we moved back to Tennessee, like we had to sell our tickets. We obviously couldn't just fly back to go to that concert, and we were just like, oh, I guess maybe they'll tour again or something. And I was like, I don't know. And so he got me tickets. I thought that was really nice. So we're gonna go see
Yeah.
that. And it's going to be Bridgestone Arena, a much nicer, better venue than we were going to go in Rhode Island anyway. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
then I took him to that haunted house.
Oh, yeah. Was it the Krampus theme? Or did they do a different theme this year?
No, it was, well, the rooms themselves are not really Krampus themed. There's just like a Krampus that you take a picture with.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like a guy dressed like the Grinch walking around and Jack Skellington walking around, kind of like spooking you, like just out and about. It's just the outdoor area.
Mm-hmm.
I was like super impressed by everything, like the sets and the props, the actors, or everyone was very like professional, and it was a fucking blast. And
Yeah.
I don't like scary stuff. I was very afraid to go, but then I don't know. I guess I didn't really know what haunted houses were supposed to be like, but these were very like funny.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Nashville Nightmare does
That's
a really
cool.
good job. Like, yeah, every year.
I-
It's like the quality is almost like Universal Studios level.
Mm-hmm. So I was just trying to dissect. Like, I feel like at one point I must have gone to a haunted house that like scarred me because I was like, nope, don't want to ever do that again. I hate that. It's awful. And I just like drew a line in the sand. I was like, this is just a thing I'm never going to do. So that was the big deal about me buying us tickets anyway, because he has no one to go with down here because he hasn't made a lot of friends yet because we're still new back in town. And I was like, all right, I'll go with you. But I was like super nervous. And then it was just like goofy.
Yeah.
So is that how a haunted house is supposed to be? Like it's scary, but then you're like, oh, ha ha ha. It's just like a dude in a mask or whatever. Like obviously costumes are better than that, but it's not like they touch. Like, I don't know. It's just like you end up laughing at yourself.
Yeah, there's like
For being
different
scared.
levels of it. I mean, for the most part they're like that, where it's just like they make it spooky and creepy, but yeah, it's just people jumping out at you, and it's just like you're with your friends, and so it's silly to watch each other get scared. And but
Yeah.
I don't know. You watch those documentaries about those like ones with the crazy carnies and like the ones where people have to sign waivers, you know, that they get put in like scenarios where they're like could be near death experiences, and
psychological ones.
psychological
Yeah.
ones and all that.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't mess with those.
No, Jordan says too that like the scare community does not like those like don't even exist to them. They're like this isn't they don't want to be like associated with it. Like
Yeah.
it's not a that's not a
Yeah.
haunted house. A haunted house is supposed to be like fun,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
like a
Yeah,
good
because
time.
there's one I can't it's something called like something manor where it's like you
Yeah,
actually you
McCaney,
yeah, you
McCady,
win
McCaney
like
Manor.
10 grand if you actually survive it or something like that.
You know
But I
what? I
guess
also
it's
heard, well, Javi's gonna sign up. No, I also heard that that guy just like works a regular job too.
oh, really
Yeah, for like Walmart, and I was like,
creepy.
they can't fire him for like what he does to people, and they're
Yeah,
like,
it's so weird.
Yeah.
I guess no, or like maybe it's just all like one big urban legend about this family or this person, but
Yeah, because like nobody's made it through and like won the cash. It's something like that. I
there's a
remember
whole
reading that.
documentary on it, isn't there?
Yeah, I think so.
Linux
Right.
admitted to being a psychopath, saying he always wanted to go to Waverly Hills.
Oh, isn't that in Kentucky?
Yeah, Louisville.
Yeah.
Um,
We were gonna go, but you have to reserve tickets. So we should all go. The band.
That'd be a creepy thing to do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me jump through here real quick.
When it gets
Um,
warmer, when it gets warmer, a couple
Linux
months.
got a chessboard, of course, and a Nintendo Switch. Biohazard
Nice.
got gift
Nice.
cards. Those are always fun to have.
Welcome to the Switch fam.
Skylit says their goal is to make this year their year and get back to their creative self musically
I love that.
again and
Nice.
be happier. That's a great goal. We like that and we believe in you.
I think we have the same resolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
And then Speed Punk wants to know is he as cool as Gail Lewis was at Walmart? Does anybody know the reference?
No.
I don't-
Who's Gail Lewis?
I don't think.
Let me look
Yeah.
it up.
While TJ's looking that up, next person, Josh, you get anything cool for Christmas? Do you do Christmas gifts? Like what you got going?
Yeah. I got the Series S. So I'm back on Xbox and that's exciting. It's the I got like the black terabyte one and I was pretty excited because I thought like originally it didn't run in 4K, but it does. Like it looks pretty good. So I did start Starfield. I'm not far in it. I played for about 2 hours and like an hour and a half I was just creating my character. So
That's the rabbit hole of a Bethesda
yeah.
game.
But I just made it to like New Atlantis or whatever. Like not that's not a spoiler or anything, just the very
Right,
first
right,
part.
right.
But yeah, but so far, yeah, like I'm super excited about it. My brother-in-law got me like a 3 month Game Pass, so I'm playing it on
Yes.
that. But
So many things to play on there.
yeah,
You should check out
um,
just for fun Hi-Fi Rush. It's so much fun.
I've
The little rhythm game and it looks like a comic book.
yeah, it reminds me. I was looking at that because it reminds me of like Jet Grind Radio, and I loved that like when I was a kid. I don't know if you ever
Yeah,
played that,
yeah.
but
Or that other Xbox game, it was called Sun what was it? Not your Jet there was Jet Set Radio too. But
mhm,
then
they were like the same game.
the was the people who make Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank, they made this game for Xbox called like damn
Wait, is
what do you call
like
it?
Sunset
Yeah,
Overdrive? Is that what
Sunset
it's called?
Overdrive.
Yeah,
It's got
yeah,
that vibe too.
yeah. Um,
Thanks Beefstick for clarifying that.
nice.
So back to Gail, it's just somebody who went viral for like quitting Walmart. I haven't seen the video, but I'll look at it later. It's just some
Huh.
woman who worked at Walmart and quit or something and went viral for quitting.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but there's a whole like lore and fandom around her.
It's crazy.
It kind of reminds me of the woman. I felt like there was, like every Thanksgiving, the woman who like blamed Marie Callender for burning her pie or whatever, like that kind of like zeitgeist moment. Like I think that's
Mhm.
what Gail is like, some just
Oh, okay.
just random older woman who like went viral. So,
Biohazard says that it would make a cool horror movie concept about a haunted house that you think is fake and then it ends up being real. I believe that's actually already a movie. I think I watched that.
oh my God,
It's
what about
a B-rated horror
Escape
movie.
Room? Escape Room was kind of like that too, and it was effed up.
Yeah.
It was like
Hmm.
also kind of the same concept of a hostel. Um, but yeah, no, Escape Room was wild, actually.
What if they do an opposite version where everyone thinks it's real and then they go in and it's like the sweetest house?
Not scary at all.
Yeah.
That'd be a great movie. And then
Yeah.
you go and it's just some old lady that's like making
Making
the
apple
character
pie.
cookies and just talking about her life.
Like everyone's really afraid of her, thinks she's a
Uh,
witch, is afraid to go in. Then they go in. And
Speed
she's
Punk
like,
says Fortnite has a rock band mode now, and we got to get the Nearly Dead's music on it. I agree.
"Ooh, cool,
Get us in
Yeah.
there if you know their
music
whatever,
supervisor."
Music supervisor, let them
Yeah.
know. So Josh, we cut you off. You were telling us about your Series S, and you
Yeah.
dabbled in Starfield. Was that the extent?
Yeah,
Were there any other things?
Dip my
you
toes in it.
got?
I did get my cousin. I don't have it with me. It's at my parents' house, but my cousin got me a Master Sword, like replica, and
Mm-hmm.
it has like two interchangeable. Like it has the Tears of the Kingdom one that's like eroded,
Mm-hmm.
and then it comes. So I'm super excited about that.
Nice. I bet you
Yeah.
practice sword moves.
I did. I was like,
in your room.
yeah, hot. Yeah, I was. Yeah. And then when I didn't have it, I was like, huh? That's a real, unless you played the game, I don't know.
What game is this from?
Zelda.
Zelda.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, his sword, Link's sword, yeah. But
so
I
this
was
is like
excited.
an actual sword.
Yeah,
Or
you
like
I mean,
a-
you could probably
show and
really.
tell. You could probably show and tell us it right now.
I don't have it. It's at my parents' house.
Oh.
So next stream, I'll bring it. But
Can we get some side footage for the patrons of like some Josh practice?
That's what we
moves?
need for
some
TikTok. We need a TikTok of Josh
So-
practicing his Link moves with his sword.
yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
perfect. Just you in your parents' backyard going, yeah.
It's gotta
I
have
think
the
that'd be great content.
it's
That would
gotta
be
have the
funny.
Zelda music in the background.
Yeah.
Speed Punk
Oh,
points
yeah.
out that Dragon Force wrote a song about Zelda, and also System of a Down.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Link
We should write a song about
has come
Zelda.
to save. He's gonna save the Princess Zelda. He's gonna put her away. Da, 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 da. I don't know. He had a whole lyric for it. It was pretty funny.
We're slacking on the.
Okay, so Javi,
I
with
did-
your
On that
Christmas,
front.
did you exchange or did you?
We did.
Wait, Josh
Uh,
wasn't finished. Hold on.
Yeah.
Did you
So,
guys
my
notice
Bobby,
family-
shut up. I just want to say, I think
The
it's funny.
Garza family Christmas.
I just need to say one thing.
Hey, we're losing him. We're losing him.
That was funny.
Go
I
for it,
did-
Josh.
You can just go ahead, Javi. It's really not that important.
You literally did that though. Like you literally, I watched you do that, and then Javi kept talking, and then you just were like, "Okay," you just like took a sip of your water, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I need to know what Josh was gonna say now." Whew. It's gonna be so dumb.
Yeah, it's not even actually, it's very sweet, but it's kind of funny. because I got my sister and brother-in-law and niece were in town, and so I got her a few little things, but I got her a toy. She's only 6 months, so she has to be 12 months to use it, but I got her a toy drum that she can like bang on. So they hate it, but
Yeah.
I'm
Ah.
like, and I'm just gonna keep upgrading it. Like when she's like older, I'm
Nice.
gonna get her a kid set, and then so it'd
Aw,
be good.
cute.
Basically, you're the asshole. Like Tommy, my friend, he gave his niece and our friend Ricky's daughter these toy karaoke mics that
Oh.
you just sing into, and so both Ricky and his brother are just like, I hate you, Tommy, because they're just like singing it all the time, and it makes so much noise.
Yeah.
So Garza Christmas.
Yeah. How's the Garza Christmas?
It's good.
Have a good
We
night,
just
Biohazard.
exchanged. We just did some small stuff, What is it? Just the Secret Santa or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
Yeah, I like my family, my brother is the only one with a kid of his own. I have John as like the adopted kid. But
You were like, I got a few in my closet. They're not mine.
But so and they're all the way in Africa, so it's just like, but we're just like, man, we're all like in our 30s and my parents, and it's like we're adults. Like, I don't know, if I want something, I buy it. Like, let's not worry about gifts. So we didn't really do a whole lot. Like, we bought stuff for John, and but A got me some clothes, and I got her some things. My parents got me some AMC gift cards, so I need to see what movies are coming out. But
Nice.
a pre-Christmas unexpected gift I got through TJ, because I made a joke that TJ is a very expensive person to just say hi to, because we were at the airport getting ready to fly out to go see my family. We go there, and TJ was working, and I didn't know where her store was, and we're working, and A looks over and she's like, "Oh, that's TJ over there." And I was like, "Oh yeah, let's go say hi real quick. We're not boarding yet." So we go over, just thinking, "Oh, hey, we're gonna go say hi to TJ, say Merry Christmas, blah blah blah." And so we say hi, and there's another customer in there, and TJ had to go check on them real quick, and she's like, "Give me a second, feel free to browse around, whatever." So as soon as she said that, I was like, oh no. And so we start walking around, and A starts trying on glasses, and she's like, "Oh, these are like the pair I used to have. They look so nice and whatever." And she's like, "Should I get them? I don't know." And I'm like, "Whatever, sure, get them." And so she likes them. She shows TJ, and TJ's like, "Hey, they're buy a pair, get a pair half off." And it's like, no. And I was like, well, I guess I do need glasses. So yeah, moral of the story, the goal was to say hi and Merry Christmas to TJ, and then we did that, but also spent like $500 on sunglasses and left.
Yeah, damn.
That I didn't even show her that pair.
I know.
I was not. I didn't show you guys anything. I was not.
Yeah, you were just the catalyst to getting her into the store. But hey, I like the glasses. They work nice. The only thing is weird is because my truck, the windows are tinted. So since the glasses have like a tint,
Polarized,
and the window tint is polarized, it makes this weird like kind of purple
rainbowy
thing. But it doesn't matter. I'm not like looking left and right all the time.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. They fit my big head.
I'm glad you guys stopped in.
Yeah. And mostly is just talking and purchasing things while I was trying to deter John from putting his face and hands all over every expensive thing in the store.
Yeah, I actually got like the worst child in my store like a couple days ago.
Really?
Hmm.
Like
Hobby.
actual
Yeah.
did
Aren't-
Bobby show up?
Aren't kids the best?
You know, the more that I was listening to you all talk about, oh, the drums, the karaoke mic, and I'm just like, yeah, don't have kids. Then you won't be annoyed by them.
Yeah, man. They suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. John, he's all right. He just wants to do stuff and is interested in things, but he doesn't. He's too little to know that hey, your fingers are gonna leave prints on stuff, and these things are delicate.
Oh, I had somebody literally like fingers in the mouth playing with her chewing gum in front of her parents, fingers fully in the mouth, touching the gum,
Oh,
stretching
God.
it, playing with it, and then putting it back in her mouth, and then boop. Just
Oh,
went around and
jeez.
touched more stuff. Like I could not wait for them to leave. I sanitized everything.
Kids are the reason my dad forbade us from ever going to Golden Corral again. Because
I'll never forget this.
Wow.
You've told this story like so many times.
I have.
Yeah.
I know my dad has. Well, maybe I'm just turning into my dad.
Josh, Javi, do you know the story of the buffet at the Golden Corral that Steve's dad tells?
No, tell it, Steve. I
Yeah,
have
tell
never
it,
heard
Steve.
of this.
It doesn't ring a bell. Like he's told
I
it on
don't-
tour. Like he's told it every
Nah.
time we go out to a dinner or buffet. Like
Really?
we've heard this story.
God, I'm
It's probably going to be
mad.
better this time, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think this
yeah,
is the definitive version
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, let's see.
Maybe the fans don't know.
I
Right?
mean, there's nothing to the story. He.
This better be good, Steve.
Yeah, we're paying good money here.
It's just my dad. We used to go to Golden Corral because it was cheap, and when you got 3 kids, like you can eat as much as you want. And one time when we were there, it's the serve yourself buffet, and there's just the sneeze glass, but then everything's open. And I guess my dad was going to serve his plate, and he looked over, and some kid took the serving spoon of macaroni and then ate off of it and then stuck it back in the thing. And my dad was like, nope. And we never
Yeah.
went back. He never took us to Ryan's or any buffet. He's just like, nope. I see what
That's
the kids are
nasty.
doing.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have a lot of money growing up. We were constantly at those type of places.
Yeah, I liked
Like a-
him. And like
Yeah.
Cece's Pizza, every sports game, like when I played Little League soccer or whatever, after the games, we'd go to
Mhm.
Cece's. And
Yeah.
So
we'd
now
go to
that we're back,
Ponderosa.
Ponderosa. There's a place also called the Western Sizzler where I grew up in Wichita, Kansas. That was a buffet that we always went to.
Did
and
we
the
go
Golden
on
Corral.
tour? I feel like we went to
We went to a
Sizzler.
buffet on tour somewhere in Texas, and it was like a fever dream. It was very weird. But now that we're back in Nashville and they have us, because they don't have this stuff in New England at all. Like they have Chinese buffets, but they don't have Golden Corral. Maybe they do, but definitely not in Rhode Island. No Golden Corral, no CC's that I know of. Nothing like that. And so we move here, and Jordan's like, the first thing he wants to do is go to CC's Pizza. And then he
Well,
wants to go to Golden Corral, and we just went. And I'm like, see, I told you it was gross. I told you it was nasty.
Did he do the pizza buffet trick where you don't eat the crust? Because then you save room for more of the pizza.
The place that we went to was so
Blech.
gnarly, you guys. Like, we went to the one up in like Rivergate, like Gallatin Pike
I've
Mhm.
been
area.
to that one. Yeah.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. When
No,
I
there was-
first moved there, yeah.
There was
It
definitely
was-
like families with like 20 kids and like there no pizza. It was okay. I'm not trying to like diss it. I was like, this is fun, but like, why are we eating here? Like, we're grown, like we can afford real pizza, better pizza. But it was pretty fun. But I'm like, I'm not itching to go again. Same thing with the Golden Corral. Like, it's fun.
Yeah.
I would rather go to a Chinese buffet though. For some reason, I just like trust it more. Like the food is more fresh.
Chinese
Mhm.
buffet when you're hungover. that's that's when I go to the Chinese buffet.
Well, there's some Chinese buffets on Gallatin Pike, and I'm like, not in your life.
Right.
Not in your life. Like everything up here, like it, yeah. We don't live in like the great we live like in this rural area. Old Hickory and Hermitage is nice, but then you start going to Gallatin, you know, Nashville Nightmares on Gallatin, Dee's Country Lounge is on off of Gallatin. So there's some good stuff. There's a little coffee shop up here called Madtown that's cute. But a lot of other things here are just really worn down in places that I would not frequent.
Yeah. Speed Punk pointed out that you basically promoted Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. That's their slogan.
Now, here's what I have to say about that because we can't really get delivery here either. The pizza that we get delivered, there's like no places that come this far out. And so Papa John's is the only one. And I always thought I used to love it. And now I'm like, I would rather have Domino's or Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
Or
I
maybe it's-
typically get Pizza Hut thin crust. But
But we just had this discussion, like, so Jordan and I are trying to like focus a little bit more on health this year. Not that we made a resolution, but we were just talking about food vices, and his is definitely pizza. He's like, I don't know how to not order pizza. Yeah.
That's my vice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine too. They love pizza.
Well, because
man.
after you eat it, do you immediately be like, why did I do that? Or why
Oh,
did I
yeah.
eat so much?
Yeah,
Well, it's
you
because
can.
Terrible.
I can't not eat all of it.
The whole pizza?
No,
I mean-
not literally, but
Josh is like, yeah.
Yeah, I could
Bastard.
eat it. Yeah,
When I
I
was
A
a
mean,
kid-
whole pizza?
absolutely.
that's the
Yeah,
sad
I could
eat a
thing is
whole
when I was a
pizza, yeah.
kid, I could. Like, because Pizza Hut had the deal, and they may still have it, but when I was a kid, they'd have a deal where you got two medium one topping pizzas, an order of breadsticks, and a 2-liter Coke, and it was like $20. And so, like, when I'd have a friend or two stay over, my mom would just give us $20, and literally it could be like me and one other friend, or me and two other friends, and we would eat all of it. And so almost like a
Yeah.
whole pizza each plus breadsticks, and we're
Mm.
drinking soda, and it's like,
Ew.
yeah, no wonder I had to spend my whole life trying to lose all that weight. But now, what I found for me with takeout and not eating at the restaurant is when I order pizza or I order anything, I basically just take out and I put on my plate what I want to eat or think I should eat, and then I immediately put everything else in the fridge and close the fridge. Because if I leave it on the counter, then I'm going to go back for seconds. But if it's in the fridge getting cold already, then I'm not going to take it out and like reheat it. I'm like, okay, it's there. It's being saved for tomorrow's lunch or whatever. So that's how I have to portion control, is just get my portion, then put it in the fridge and out of sight.
Can I also tell you, since we're talking about like takeout now, can I show you guys something that my parents brought? Because they came to visit like right before Christmas, and we did like a Secret Santa too. So it was the first year that we didn't all buy presents for everyone. We just bought for one person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me like move my camera. Let's see. It is okay, there it is. It's the little calendar that the Chinese takeout place gives you.
Is it
Oh.
Powerpuff Girls or?
No. Oh, you can't see it.
Oh, underneath.
Oh Lord. Hold on.
This was a Christmas present.
Sort of. They were like, "LOL, here's your Christmas present." Oh, finally. Okay. China won.
Oh, nice.
That's
Mickey
funny.
Mouse Beach. Like, it's a calendar.
Yeah, but the
2024.
character I thought up top I thought it was like a Powerpuff Girl
No,
or
it's
something.
like a random.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
it's
a
like
cow
a-
or something.
But is it based on like what like your birthday month, like how they are at the restaurants.
Your year.
Yeah, your year. Yeah,
Oh, we lost
I
TJ's
can't.
audio.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Lost my
Uh-oh.
Oh,
audio.
there you
Can
are.
you-
Oh, there you go.
I think I was just too far away. No, like it's the with the Chinese calendar, it's like the year of the boar, the year of the cow, the year of the rat, right? Like so
Mm,
this year must be the year of the cow because there's a big cow on it.
yeah,
Mm.
it makes sense.
Let me go and read it. But isn't that cute? Because it's like free. They just give it to you. And then why did they bring it all the way up to Tennessee? And they were like, here. And I was like, actually, that's like super cute. Maybe they like, because it had the little cartoons on it, they thought of me. And then like a little piece of Florida. Like, remember that? You know, the place. That's what is weird about moving a lot is like those like local places that you get used to going, then you can't go and you have to figure everything out again.
Find the new haunt.
Even though
Sure.
I've lived in Nashville before and I'm newly back in Nashville, I don't recognize anything.
Oh, it's changed completely since. I mean, you've been gone
It's
for a
changed.
while.
I've been gone for 7 years. 7 years only. That sounds like a long time, but I didn't feel because I would still come. It wasn't like I was completely away from Nashville. I just didn't live
Right.
here.
But you
I would
weren't
still
here enough to
visit.
like find
Right.
the new areas and all that.
Exactly. Like I didn't really like go visit old neighborhoods. I usually just went to the studio or practice and the gig and then I would leave. So I didn't go to like my old neighborhood or like anything like that. So everything is different now. We already talked about that because we went over to like Cafe Coco and that place is like basically closed, shut down.
We need to go back for the improv night again.
That would be fun. But yeah.
Any closing thoughts? Or we hit our hour. Sorry to the chat that it was so late and delayed. It wouldn't be a nearly dead stream if we didn't have technical issues, but I think we've
Yeah.
got it figured
Yeah.
out. So in the future, fingers crossed, knock on wood, we're good to go. But yeah, do we have any closing thoughts for the chat or just
Zip it up.
zip it up?
Well, I hope you guys all had a good New Year's Eve and Christmas and holidays.
Yeah, looking
And-
forward to
Yeah.
2024. I think I have a good feeling about the year. I feel good about it. Like I'm not coming into this first week of the year being like, it's
I'm
another year.
excited.
Like we got stuff to
Same.
do, you know. We got
Yeah.
stuff to do, stuff to
We got work to
release.
do. Yeah.
You know, stuff on the horizon. So we hope the rest of you have a good start to the year and stick with your resolutions and keep being nerdy and all that. And we will chat with you next time.